Paul Pogba inspired Manchester United to a winning start to the new Premier League season. The Frenchman's emphatic penalty just 2 minutes into the game, following a Daniel Amartey handball, fired United into the lead before Luke Shaw doubled the advantage late on. Shaw's strike was his first career competitive goal, catching out Ricardo Pereira before turning the ball into the far corner. David De Gea produced a stunning save to deny James Maddison in the first half, but United were generally comfortable throughout the game, albeit not the most entertaining. Jamie Vardy squeezed the ball home for a consolation in stoppage time, but it proved to be too late. Here are 5 talking points Mirror Football spotted from the match. Fair play, Paul. You've got a big pair of cojones. Imagine being in his shoes, just 2 minutes into the new Premier League season, and having the audacity to attempt a showboat run-up for a penalty. Add in the fact that this is a defining season for him. He has failed under Jose Mourinho so far and quite simply hasn't been good enough. If he had attempted that run-up and missed, he would have been slaughtered. It would have been back to normality after an out-of-the-ordinary summer. But the fact he still tried it, and pulled it off, says a lot about Pogba as a person. He's confident, he's cocky. And he could be a defining character in the Premier League this season. By Aaron Flanagan. Fred could have counted himself lucky to make it to half-time on a twitchy Premier League debut for the Red Devils. The Brazilian put in a few tasty challenges early on, but was lucky not to see red after kicking out at Leicester's Demarai Gray in an off-the-ball incident. He did begin to find his feet as the game wore on, showing glimpses of his long-range passing ability in the second half before being replaced by Scott McTominay after 75 minutes. It may not have been the Manchester United debut he dreamed of, but who said going from mascot to midfielder was easy? By Conor Mummery. After just a few touches and one stinging shot palmed away by De Gea, there were a lot of things being said about Maddison. A cert for England Euro 2020 squad? The best player on the pitch? Taking Paul Pogba to school? Not literally. One thing for certain was his calmness and quality on the ball. A real find for Leicester, and the Premier League. By Andy Gilpin. Enough of the negativity now. Maybe United did pull off one of the transfer coups of the summer, by keeping hold of De Gea. We knew that Real Madrid were desperate for a new goalkeeper, and we have known how desperate they have been to land De Gea in the past. But the fact United were able to keep Real at bay to the point where there was barely a transfer link all summer, is pretty remarkable. An acrobatic stop to deny Maddison around the half-hour mark reminded everyone just how special of a player De Gea really is. In fact, during the first half he made more saves than he did in his 4 appearances for Spain during the World Cup. Mourinho might not have got a new centre-back, but at least he's got the world's best behind the defenders he has to work with. By Aaron Flanagan. Shaw spoke before the new season of his ambition to become the first name on the United team sheet. It will take more than one match to complete what would be a remarkable turnaround in fortunes for the fullback, but Shaw showed every sign he is out to impress this term. There were some lovely overlapping runs, neat interplay with Juan Mata, and decent work shepherding the inexperienced centre-backs in their first game defending together. Until Friday night, Shaw had never scored a goal in his entire professional career, but he ended that with sheer determination to get past Ricardo Pereira and fire into the corner. By Danny Wittenberg.